Hey everyone, it's June 15th, 2017, Thursday at 8:33 p.m. And today's video is about top surgery and my top surgery. So it'll be a year in August 8th, 2016 is when I had my surgery, 8/8/16. And so there's one thing that's really bothering me that I wanted to talk about, but I also wanted to address whether or not, as a non-binary person, I regret having top surgery or like the decision why I had top surgery, because I don't solely identify as male or female. And the only answer I can give is for myself. I cannot speak for anyone else, but the reason that I personally had top surgery is because I was feeling very uncomfortable in my body and dysphoric because I didn't feel that having a chest fit who I was. Now, I will say, when I had top surgery, I identified solely as FTM, and I was not out as gender fluid, let alone really knew that I was gender fluid, but my stance on it has not changed. I still feel that was one of the greatest decisions of my life to have top surgery, because I'm able to just be more comfortable in my skin. Because I look and sound so feminine, I don't think people notice that I don't have boobs. It's not like people see my chest and they're like, oh, he must be a guy. Like, people still read me as female regardless of whether I have boobs. And, like, in the beginning, that kind of really bothered me, and I was, like, not really questioning why did I have the surgery if things didn't change, but it kind of bothered me. But now I don't really give a shit. Like, if you want to think I have boobs, that's cool, bro. I don't, but go for it. But yeah, long story short, I do not regret having top surgery. It was a great choice. Now, the problem that I'm having right now is that I am living in a room. I'm leasing a room in New York. And basically my living situation is I have a roommate down the hall, I have a roommate down below me, and then my landlord and her family. My landlord specifically lives directly below me, and then her family lives on the bottom floor. So this is a 3-story house. And I've run into some issues where my landlord, she's told me that I cannot walk around the house with my shirt off. And I came out to her as trans after I had top surgery, because I said, hey, I might be walking around with my shirt off, like I don't have boobs, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, okay, fine. And that was like a year ago. And then like a month or two ago, a new roommate was supposed to move in down the hall, and she was like, you have to wear your shirt around the house because you look like a girl, and I don't want this new roommate to be, basically she didn't want him to be uncomfortable or confused. Then, the other day, I was smoking outside on the roof, and I wasn't wearing a shirt because it was 94 degrees out. I just spent an hour putting an air conditioner together, so I was hot as a motherfucker. Now, I'm not confident in my body. I'm not thin. So for me to feel comfortable enough to go outside in public with my fucking shirt off is like, that's a big deal for me. That's a big deal. And she like poked her head out the window and she's like, what are you doing? You need to be wearing a shirt. And so then I got pissed, not in the moment, but I got very upset, and it ruined my day because that is fucking discrimination. So we had this whole 40-minute talk, and she was like, she did call me a girl. She's like, well, you're a girl, right? And I was like, no, I am not a girl. And I was like, I had this surgery so I could feel comfortable in my body and not have people tell me that my body is female or wrong. And I was like, you're making me feel bad about my body. You're telling me that my body is wrong. I said, you're discriminating against me, and this is extremely transphobic, and it's against the law. There are laws all across the country, including New York, where even people with boobs are allowed to go topless. You could walk down the street if you have boobs and not wear a shirt, and that is not against the law. You can go to a beach and tan without your shirt on. It's not against the law. So for her to tell me that I can't do that is like extremely illegal and extremely transphobic. And then I was like, would you tell my other roommates, because I live with 2 other guys, I was like, would you tell my 2 other roommates that they had to wear their shirt? She's like, no, this is a different circumstance for you. And I was like, no, it's fucking not. So I'm still really upset that like the rules are different for me. But for some reason when I talked to her and like I told her that like my other roommates knew that I was trans, she like kind of backed off. And I don't know why that all of a sudden like clicked in her head that all of a sudden it was okay for me to not wear a shirt, because she was basically like, oh, I thought they didn't know and that you were more private about it. And she's like, you know, I'm a mother, so I'm really protective. And I was like, you're still being transphobic. You just called me a girl. I told you that I'm not a girl. I don't have boobs. Like, she just doesn't really get it. Like, she's from Jamaica. Like, it's a really frustrating situation, and it really pissed me off yesterday, because that is transphobia. That is discrimination. You cannot tell me that as a transgender person, I cannot wear whatever I want based on my biological sex. But I'm hoping that's past us. She did, like, kick me out because, like, we were having so much drama, but I was able to talk her down. So we'll see how long this lasts if I don't really get kicked out. But yeah, I like talked her down. And I was like, listen, bitch, like, I need to live here. But anyway, so bottom line is I have my lease here until August. Hopefully it will be smooth sailing until then, and she'll allow me to renew my lease, because I'm getting a very good deal on my room. I was like looking for apartments yesterday because I do want to get out of here. I just want to feel comfortable where I live and not have to justify my body to anybody. I hate sharing a bathroom and kitchen with 2 other people, let alone guys. There's fucking mice in the kitchen. Like, my goal is to get my feminine presenting headshots done and then start submitting to agents. Hopefully someone out of the millions of agencies will want to sign me, and then I'll start auditioning for real things, start getting real work, be able to get some money, and then I will be able to move out to my own 1-bedroom or studio apartment in like Manhattan or something. Those run about $1,500, and I have no money to my name. So that's not like a possibility right now, or anytime soon for that matter. But that's my plan, long-term and short-term, because I'm starting to not feel comfortable here, and I don't want my body questioned by anybody. You know, I should be able to wear what I want or not wear what I want and not have that put into question. So I don't know. Hopefully I'll get an agent soon, and I'll be able to start making real money. And don't ask, why don't you just get a job? It's more complicated than that. I'm not getting into that, but long story short, I can't. So, that's what's going on. Yeah, thanks for watching.